that is connecting. Stuff is connecting. And we have
Speaking of,
excellent
I'm
connection.
Jen Ham.
Okay, fair enough. So I don't know what Sissy has planned for today. We don't really have an agenda, so I guess we're gonna go and talk about a little bit about different things. And also welcome, Julian. Oh, no. Yeah, you have to unmute. Yes.
I mean, the first time I do this, right? I've never used this software before. Yeah, I didn't see a message on Discord, I was saying, so I wasn't sure, but amazing that you guys are here.
Yeah, we're here. Today is actually Stacey's hosting turn, so we can be surprised for what's going to happen or not. I don't know. Nice haircut, yo. Looks
We have
good.
a claim page.
We don't have a claim page. I'm not hosting today. I'm just here. I'm just attending. So I'm waiting for what's happening.
By the way, Julian, I hope you saw my lovely message in the Discord about collections.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you. We're always here to improve. I know we're not the fastest these days, but improving, still going in the right direction. So that's the goal.
I have one caveat
Exactly.
to that. Is there a way to move collections above events?
Right now, I mean, yes, we could do that. I would have to explore. My gut feeling is like this is most users will probably see events before collections, but you can easily close the event stuff, right? Top right, there's a
Yes,
little
he
chair,
knows.
and you click on it, it closes, and then you have collection right. I mean, I know it's one click, but
Too bad it doesn't come with the sound. Next time, can you put in the sound as well?
Yes.
Ceci, our host is here.
Hi, GM, sorry. Got distracted. So, hi, everyone. Welcome to the DAO Call. And yeah, thank you for joining. yeah. Stella is giving all the attention to this side because she's going to be having some break. And that's really healthy. And yeah, hopefully she will be back in a few weeks and giving us obviously her love as always. So today, let me check. Just a moment. Julian, so are you better now? Hope you're recovered. Great. So yeah. Yes. So let's dive in a little bit on what has been happening. Maybe you could give us a rundown on the core team update.
So last few weeks, been working on the changing how the fees accrue to the protocol. Right now, they get swapped and burned on the chain where they're collected, and we want that to go back to the DAO. We had a design, but then we realized the thing we wanted to use doesn't work as it should. So we're back to drawing board with Clément. Another thing we learned this week, or actually last week, 2 weeks ago now, is the fact that Connext, which we use for crushing governance, is shutting down. So that doesn't actually break things, but it's going to make things a bit harder. So we're thinking we should definitely change how we do the crushing governance. In practice, that doesn't change anything for you guys. It's just like the message passing system is going to be different. And so we hope to have something, by the end of summer, because it's actually a big change on that front that we want to not mess around. So there's that. I did a bunch of cleanup over the weekend over pending issues, some bounties, and so there's obviously more to do, but that's starting to look pretty decent. And there's going to be more over the next, the next few days. I plan on working on this tonight and tomorrow as well. So hopefully some progress there as well.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. That would be awesome. So we can start doing the collaboration with the Scout game. That's something that is coming hard, and yeah, we're really excited about it. Yeah, awesome. Let's see on the operations and coordination side. I know Stella has some updates that she will be giving us around, maybe. What do you guys
Maybe.
think?
I love that, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing this week. This is the big operational task of this week. So that's exciting. Yeah, so as far as I know, one from the burner guys has actually sent Julian one of the cards, so he can actually make the test hopefully very, very soon on his end, and either define if what I tried to build in my humble, lovable base actually could work, and if it doesn't, well, then I guess we do have to go the more expanded route of putting a pool together. But also, it would be nice to understand like how complex the venture is, so we can actually define a reasonable pool for this. So I guess that's the bigger part on that. And interesting enough, people got back to me from East Denver, not on unlock stuff yet, but I have a meeting with the board, and I hope I can somehow push something for unlock. I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I will try my best. They actually invited me because of some of the feedback that I had been given. And so my angle remains the same. If we cannot do ticketing, then let's organize the hackathon. Do certificates for the hackathon, do like ticketing and timetables for the hackathon. I don't care, right? Any job is a good job. So in that regard. So I hope we can somehow breach into that. And Danny, can you mute yourself? So poor Danny gets called out on this. Sorry. Okay. What else? Yeah, we had NFT Drew. Thanks to Durgadas, I think, make a proposal on Discord security. I think it was good what he wrote. So if you guys are interested to learn more, please review here. That was another part. Then I will leave the Blockchain Developer Festival to Danny to report on. I think that is something that I do not need to do. There's 2 proposals right now live on Tally, so please take your app tokens and vote. Okay, very important as per usual. Also, should I talk already about the reward system, or are we going to push it over to next week when all the templates are in? I guess when all the templates are in. Okay. But it's looking good. We just confirmed this morning on a marketing call if the reward system works, and we think it works, at least to give it a good test run and see if people enjoy working in that kind of framework. If everyone does, then we're good. If they don't, well, then we fucked up and we need to try again. It's just, a constant iteration in design and engineering. That's what those 2 fields have very much in common. I feel like I forgot something, to be honest with you guys, but also maybe I didn't. So I just give over back to Ceci, I think. Oh, yeah, wait, there was one thing. Someone reached out to me from Kava Chain. Does anyone know what Kava is? Yeah, me neither. But they have put aside quite a good portion of rewards for people to build on it or to integrate it. And I was like, well, we can try and get a grant so we can maybe feature that, right? But then also, I know Julian still remains to bring in at least 5 projects who will constantly use it. With Kara, I've spoken a lot about some ecosystem stuff. Also, I'm sorry. It's all in these like 20,000 messaging threads. Yeah. So she reached out to Celo. She has a contact there, and we have Celo on Unlock, but I checked today again on State of Unlock, and it's barely used. So yeah, it would be nice to get more users and maybe do it with their help. Her contact specifically is like Celo Africa. But the idea is to start somewhere and then expand from there. And I think that's a really good idea to get more users on Celo to us. Oh, did I fuck this up? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Anyways, Trix, what's up?
Just had some context to throw around Kava if people are interested. It's an old school Cosmos chain that was one of the first ones to launch EVM compatibility across Cosmos and EVM. They're pretty heavy with USDT. I know they partnered with Tether quite a bit. But other than that, like in my experience, I used to work as a Cosmos validator, there was not a whole lot of like traffic on Kava, but it's been around for a long time. Like people seem really committed to it. I don't have a strong opinion for or against it, but this was like 3 or 4 years ago when I was working in Cosmos, and there was not really any real activity, to your question, Julian. But that could have changed by now. The fact that they're still around, still promoting, they still have money to throw around, like there might be something there. And I know that Cosmos as a whole is moving towards EVM compatibility. So it could create like a pathway into the entire Cosmos, which the entire Cosmos has no real activity. So it's not really a strong draw. But if they get EVM compatibility, it might start developing more real activity. So just some color commentary about Kava chain.
That's really helpful.
I was going to say the same thing. Very helpful, Triggs. I just quickly checked their docs and they say EVM compatible, which oftentimes mean it's slightly different from EVM in the in the same way that we share 99% of our DNA with pigs. I think the 1% is what matters, and I suspect it's the same thing. He was like, "It's 99% compatible." Like, yeah, but that little thing here is what actually makes it different. But honestly, if we can get, I'd say, if we can get a big grant and a real grant from them, then I'm happy to spend some time and maybe add a bunch of bounties. Otherwise, it's kind of a hard sell, I think.
Okay, I can tell you more about what they reached out with. So Carol from their team said, "We've been following your progress and the really impressive work you're building in this Q3. We're currently onboarding strong projects to partner with Kava and launch a dedicated partnership. As part of this, you'll receive up to 2 million in grants, deep liquidity support from the Kava Rise program, and access to high yield staking to drive user adoption. The Kava Rise program has set aside a total of $750 million for new projects coming on board. If you're exploring scaling options or want a more optimized partnership and chain, this could be a great fit. Let me know if you'd like to discuss next steps." And then I responded to her and I asked her, right, can you tell me how many average users you have currently on Kava and some added stats? And so she responded with the website. And then she said she would like to kick things off by being like more detailed, sending me stuff on email. And I said I will be back next week and going to drop her my email by then and see where this goes. Worth exploring, I think. Not yet worth committing, as you guys stated. So I think exploring is nothing, this cannot hurt because we know we want some more funding. So maybe this is a way of doing it. And also, something that Stacey and I have observed over the past few months is whenever we do something in collaboration with whoever else, it just works 4 times better, right? So that's also a reason why like partnerships is definitely a way to go and grow.
Eno Kava lyabadde ali mu kwogerako omukazi.
Kuka Kakusa, thank you. Please
Wait,
mute
that wasn't me.
yourself.
Oh,
No,
that was
yeah,
Kakuzawa.
that was
Zawa?
Kakusa. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, cool. I
Yeah.
think we
Okay.
move on
Anyways,
to
giving back to Ceci.
yeah, thank you, Stella, and wow, great contact. Let's check it out. That's something that we cannot miss, and see if we can roll that things. At least they are offering by themselves, which is good. And let's see. No, okay. So let me check. So, members and relations and governance, I think we already have our HATS protocol structure.
No, I just saw that Nick finally got back to me. Nick and the HATS protocol team have been building Curie on Farcasa, which is a curation bot. So they have some pretty heads down on this. But he just like literally, I want to say an hour ago, he got back to me and he was like, "I'm traveling next week. Can we do the following week?" Because I wanted his help to look over it one more time before actually pushing it up on chain. And so, yeah, but the work is prepared. So it's just a matter of like looking over it again and then pushing it actually on chain. So we will have it latest beginning of August. That's, I guess, a promise. But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, on the Dev Fest, we have already posted our the projects that have participated. It was a really interesting competition. There were really interesting projects, and yeah, I think the projects that standed out were really good resources. So worth to check it out and yeah, see if that works for the DAO. Yes, please, Stella.
And I promise you to be quiet, though. I'm so not quiet. Yeah, I think the projects. So the overall exercise was building a delegation app for Unlock Protocol, and there were, from my point of view, two projects that really stood out. One, because it was a very solid build, and as we found out, that person, it was their first Web3 project ever. And it worked, and it did like all the things that it was supposed to do. So it was very functional. It was not so good in design, I think, and it was lacking a little bit in establishing context. So it felt like very just like, here's where you delegate. Those are people that people delegate to, right? Like very straightforward, but it was very functional. So it was very good when it came to the functionality. And then the other one that we really liked that actually made first spot also, it established a lot of context around delegation. So if you're a newcomer and you do not quite know, should you self-delegate? Would I want to find out more about like already existing delegates? Then it created even like a visual network effect of like who delegated to who, what amounts, and la la la. So I think if in my perfect world, if we could get those two people to collaborate and actually build a mini application for our website so that people can delegate directly on our website, I think that would be so cool to do. World of wishes, world of stellar wishes.
No, I
Yeah,
think that's a great idea, and I think this is definitely something that we can open a bounty for. I actually also worked on a side project that I called Delegator, and it was really for the foundation. So you know how labs delegate token to you, Stella, and Danny, and Lana? I wanted to create a smart contract system where anybody could delegate to anyone, basically, very easily from a single address. So the challenge is like usually when you have an address, you can delegate to only one. So if I have tokens, I can only delegate to Stella. to delegate to multiple people, I have to create multiple wallets or transfer some and then delegate from all of them. And it's like, this is a pain. And so I'm creating a small smart contract, but it's a low priority, that allow people to basically delegate to multiple addresses. So now we can say, okay, I delegate 5 tokens to Triggs, 100 to Stella, and 1,000 to Ceci, and that would work. And I don't have to deploy, have my tokens go to different addresses. And if I can, basically that would allow me to delegate some subset of tokens. But the UI would be nice as well.
This is so funny, actually, because I think why Ceci is laughing, because during the judging process, we were like, why can we never define the amounts, until we then went to tally and we realized even on tally we cannot define the amounts we want to delegate. We were like, why is this not a thing?
Yeah, because think of it, you're actually not delegating tokens, you're delegating your address. The way this works is and so whatever amount of token is your address that gets delegated. And so in the thing that I'm creating, it basically lets you deploy, instantly a smart contract, you don't know about it, that is the one delegating its own tokens to somebody else. And so, it's possible to do right now. You have to do it to multiple addresses. But yeah, with that contract that I'm working on, it's one where you can easily do that. And if we have a front end for this, that's amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, we were discussing that on the judging session, and that would be awesome. So we could have our voting power on many hands and make sure that they are going to vote. So you're not relying just on only one person. Oh, awesome. Yeah, thanks. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, let's connect them and hope we can make that work. So on finances and resources, well, right now the 8-bond proposal is already on tally. That's something that Stella shared to please vote. So yeah, let me share the direction to the proposal so you can check it out and please vote if you are already here at the DAO Call. And just because you are over there, also please vote on the retroactive funding for June that we have also on tally. So yeah, those are the proposals already set. And I'm not sure if we have any other topic on finances, maybe, Stella?
No, not other topics. Just want to quickly state a few words about the 8-bond proposal. So Biz reached out to me and he said, look, I just can't believe this is not working, right? Because it's obviously working for other communities, okay? So he said, the only difference between you guys and other communities is that we set the vesting period quite high. And he said, can we lower it? And I said, well, I cannot tell you that you can lower it because I'm not the one making the decision, right? So if we're doing it, we have to commit to another round and we have to commit to lowering it as a DAO. So this is why I pushed up the proposal. If it's not working anyways, they're just going to transfer the tokens back. But he was not ready to give up. And actually, I did quite like that. I like that he did not want to just give up on it, So I voted in favor of it. Andrew voted in favor of it. And I hope some others will also vote in favor of it, just to give this another go. So we can really say we tried this and it really, really didn't work, or it ended up working and we have another point of data that we can factor in for future things, So yeah, anyways, that's all from my end. Also, David said, not enough people are giving kudos to other people. So that's not good. I know we had always the intention to eventually move away from this, but we might do it actually sooner than anticipated if people are not giving kudos to other people. So just saying this. Also, I'm not getting paid this month, so I'm very much free and open to receiving kudos. So just as a little tip. Okay, bye.
Yeah, thank you, Stella.
On
And
Richard's
yes,
point,
so
you see, wait, one thing. When you say reducing, and I should know, but what was the initial vesting period that we set?
We went for a really high one of 45 days.
It's not very high for me, but yeah. And so
No,
what's
no,
the
in your context, not, but
yeah?
for their platform, it is quite high. They
And what's
usually
the
have between 25 and 30 days.
okay?
That's their average.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, worth trying, I guess, at this point.
yeah, same. Now, also stated that on my vote over there, just to make sure. So, yeah. So, David, would you like to give an update? Oh, is he? Yeah, is he? Oh, okay. So he says, for my part, I'm preparing a new Excel spreadsheet to keep track on the Q3, Q4 budget that the DAO has approved. Oh, awesome! Yeah, that is really helpful. We have been using it and really helped us to keep track of everything. Thank you, David. Okay, so let me see.
As Ceci, member relations also was something where Trix wanted to say some stuff to the DAO. If we're still in member relations. Well, we passed it, but it's okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we can go back. So yes, please, Trix, share a little bit of member relations.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I was having an issue on Discord trying to post an update. I don't know, maybe this is like a side topic, but the spam bot kept flagging my comment as having like inappropriate stuff in it, but it didn't tell me what was inappropriate. So I was like going through trying to look for like some word that I was using that had a different context or something, but yeah. Oh, well, you'll never know now, Julian. uh, but essentially, what I was trying to express was that. Well, now I'm distracted. um, yeah, it would be cool if the spam bot would like give you some feedback on what was. Yeah, there wasn't a link or anything. um, it was definitely confusing.
Mm.
When that happened, feel free to send as DM to me or Stella because we are admin, so we should be able to kind of post this, and then we can. It's maybe easier for us to kind of identify what might be blocking.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like, I wish the spam bot would tell us what's that. But at the same time, if you're a spammer and it tells you like just remove a link, then the spammer can actually do this, right? So like it's
Right. Yeah. True. True.
it's
Yeah,
like
it's a
oh
little bit of a
yes,
catch-22 kind of problem. But anyway, the post that I was trying to make was essentially saying that I am going to hold off on posting my application for the governance proposal or the governance and membership role until after summer. Um, just like super swamped lately. I started a new job recently that I need to really focus on. I tried to lie to myself that I could just continue doing all the DAO stuff that I love to do, but I really need to like get some momentum going on this new job before I allow myself to get too distracted. So I'm going to focus on getting paid this summer and. Yeah, just give myself some space to think about the unlock needs and stuff that we've talked about as a community, and hopefully come back after summer with I mean, I'm still going to be here, join the calls and participate in the DAO, just like not stepping into new responsibilities until I'm a little bit more ready to take that on and actually follow through with delivering on expectations. I don't want to set myself up to fail in a new role. So in the meantime, if somebody else obviously wants to step in and offer themselves for that role, I'm not asking the DAO to hold the position for me or anything. But in towards the end of summer, I'll be ramping back up to finish my application for that. And if the position's still available and you guys are still interested in having me, then we'll go forward then.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Trix, and yeah, definitely. I think you are very welcome here at any time, and yeah, we will have you hopefully soon. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So, let's see. On marketing and communications, well, today we just had a light call around marketing and communications. Basically, we were discussing the reward system and the templates that we are going to use for the social media content strategy. And yeah, that's how Stella also just shared. On the Ninja promo update, we are already working on content for the month of July. We've been posting on our socials of this content. We still have some content to be produced. They already have made some carousels that I think they will work really good for TikTok and LinkedIn, and we still have some GIFs pending, so they can produce them. But yeah, we are already working with all the content that they have prepared, and I don't know if you have any feedback on around the content or maybe the copy. Please always share. We're really open to listen to all the feedback that you have. So just put it in the marketing and communications working group channel. Let me show you. So here at the DAO, at the server, you will find the channels here at the working groups, and here at marketing and communication, you can share any feedback that you have. So yeah, we can listen to that and check what has worked best, what haven't worked, and yeah, improve. So I think that those would be here is the Kanban situation with Ninja Promo. This is the content that they have made. There are still some to be made, and here also the GIFs that need to be worked still. In some cases, some other not. So that would be it from marketing and communications. Maybe if anybody would like to share anything, this is a great spot. I see that. Stella, do you have your hand up still?
Yes,
Or
I do. Yes, I do. I just wanted to share something with you because I don't, they have not publicly announced it yet, but I think it's something for us to think about. I was invited also to it. This is why I want to share it. So last week, Collins from Paragraph reached out and asked me if I want to beta test a new feature that they're doing. And it's essentially, so if you go to, if you go to my Paragraph page, my personal one that is, and you look at the last article on there, which is called Behind the Scenes, Sea Breeze, blah, 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 you will see there is now a new button that says support. So if you click on that, it actually supports people by the article. So it's not a subscription, because I don't know if you've heard of the term. We in the creative industries are very familiar with something that's called subscription fatigue, sadly, right? It's like all the tools that we have to subscribe to. It's a nightmare, to be honest. I recently made a list. I intend to share an article about it because it's really insane. Like just because of adopting all of these tools that we have to subscribe to, like people would need to pay us essentially a salary, which is insane. So I thought it was a very interesting concept where not, you don't, I see a lot of subscriptions that are sometimes like $40 plus on Substack, for example. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, which normal person can afford that? Because you want to subscribe to multiple subscriptions, right? And it just becomes so weird to me. And I thought this was really cool because in my metrics it shows that I have some articles that people obviously find useful, almost like if you make a post and someone bookmarks the post, right? To that tendency. And then there's just articles which I had a lot of fun writing, but no one gives a crap about them, which also fair enough. They also do exist, right? And I just thought it was an interesting concept. I'm not saying we should act up on this or I have a great idea around this. I'm just realizing that we might move away from like this idea of subscribing to something as a fixum and like models that become more flexible. Just wanted to share this with you guys. That's all.
Thank you, Stella. Yes, Danny, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment on the report which Stella mentioned earlier about the Dev Fest. So uh, we have, I think, members of the team, the organizers, here with us today. They weren't able to make it last week, so it will be great to hear from the horse's mouth about how it went and the deliverables and everything. So I think David Lumala, maybe if you can hear me, you can unmute yourself and come on stage and talk a little bit about the event.
Yes, please, David
David, I don't know if you're speaking, but you are muted.
is muted. Let me check.
You might
Maybe.
not be able to hear us. Maybe the connection is bad,
Oh,
Danny.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's not good. But for my end, I mean, I can speak to some of the things. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a good view and inspection of the projects that actually built for the hackathon, because what the bounty delegation thing is not actually, it's like an initiative that was started, one as an unlock ambassador and also as P2E Inferno, which is a blockchain gaming guild, and we're into education and we do a lot of workshops for developers and onboarding and events. So we had that to really get people more involved in the Unlock DAO. And that's because I found that a lot of people, I don't know about other places, but over here, people that I've talked to get involved, they found it hard to really get around delegating their tokens. They're pretty much lost. So I realized, the first step to getting involved in the DAO is obviously you have to delegate, and then you can start participating in voting, because you can't even vote if you don't have your tokens delegated. So I try to get that done so that people can now start delegating, and eventually they will be able to participate in voting. And there were lots of developers from across Africa at the event, and we were able to get some submissions in, which is really great because now these developers can be followed up on to like do things in the DAO. They can take on other bounties and different things that we might have. And so we would be able to at least get some new set of developer eyes on, issues and things like that to start contributing to the DAO. And so, yeah, that's something really cool. Also, there were other projects in the African Web3 space that are also interested in Unlock, from the keynote speech I gave at the event. So some of them were reaching out asking about what Unlock is, and we're having conversations around those types of things. I think there were other people from the developer set that are present on the call. So it's good to see, because now we're having more people show up at DAO calls, which means more people might get involved in things. And more people might start giving kudos to other people doing stuff because we need more people doing things like that. So, I mean, it's baby steps, but I think it's progress to having more people participate, which is something that we at P2E Inferno is really working on. We're working on like engagement and participation in like Web3 communities, which is sometimes pretty low for various reasons, but I think it's something around incentive alignment, what people are expecting versus what they're getting. And so that's an area that we're exploring, and we're using gamification and incentives to do that. It's not a lot, but I've come to see that it does work, and it does get people to do things. And after a period of time, it becomes a habit, or they discover that they actually love the thing. You know, they started out as things that they were doing for some reason, financial, and then they found passion, and so they stick because of passion. And so it doesn't matter. We just want to get people to get involved and stay, not just come and go, but get involved and stay. So yeah, that's it. It's too bad David is not able to speak uh, more elaborately on, you know, the actual statistics and the deliverables of the event, so that we can evaluate it as a DAO to really know how impactful it was. But hopefully, maybe next time, or they might have a report that they can share. Let me check the messages. Okay, network is bad. You can't speak. Oh, that's too bad. But yeah, that's something that I wanted to just make a comment on.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Yeah, I see David has rejoined. Hopefully, he's able to to speak. meanwhile, meanwhile, we are watching Stella's inspiration.
I'm randomly spamming. I'm sorry. I cannot do without it. But the song literally says stay, and that's what Danny wanted to put a focus on.
Yes, do you hear me now?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Ceci and Stella. Uh, Kudos, Danny, for that brief summary. I actually have been following from the backside, but then I didn't know what happened with my network, but I've rejoined to just bring you up to speed with everyone. So last week we were really off as a team, so we had to take time to recharge and touch grass. But then we are back this week, getting everything in line, following up on all the different sets and projects that were built and everything, putting in line. So I put in the chat in our Discord chat where we normally discuss about the fest. I put a report that is continuously being developed. So for now, you can have some content already that is already published concerning the Dev Fest, and then projects that are being published continuously to fill in the formal and have a fully structured report. So good enough. We were already doing the hackathon work, like getting to judge, but then so many people were really new to Unlock, as we came to realize. That's how Danny proposed a kind of a more integral approach to just give people a chance to understand how rigid delegation works, and then how to get more involved within the DAO, and then cut out all these pain points. And then we came up with that sort of challenge. We judged, like we've been earlier discussing here, and then there are two outstanding projects that came out of the hackathon for Unlock. I've just told the other guy to make the GitHub open source, because after judging, they made it private. So for the report purposes, I've told him instructed him to make it public, such that people can make it can view and get to assess the code. That is number one. Then secondly, remember we had all these we had like two major forms for people to register. One was for the general attendance, like for anyone who is interested in attending. You have to sign up the way you go for maybe a Google Forms or Luma. So we opted for Unlock. and we've had in the report we have a section for locks where you can see the contract the lock contract of that particular that can trace back to the numbers and then the details about the registration form for that each of those sections, whether it's general attendance or hackathon particularly. So the rest of the things, everything really flowed to plan. We had a booth, as you may have seen in some of the photos flowing around. And then we also were joined by, later in the day, we were joined by Pizza DAO. Like they told us they always have a good working relationship with Unlock. So they cast us into a sort of after party and where we discuss more of these things. And then, of course, by now, you are seeing a bigger number of people who are attending this call, particularly because I can see several faces I can recognize from the first, and that is part of what we wanted. Like, wanted to bring Unlock closer to the people. If we have a general call, we want to have everyone get to join and participate, and then also not just participation. Now that there are proposals that still as even mentioned. Personally, I own tokens, and therefore I have to now go and vote. So the procedure should be all these members that have come or who are joining for now, they should get to be initiated, like to draw them closer, to take them to the process of actually getting to participate actively and become kind of active members of that DAO as a result of what they saw, of what they have experienced so far. And most importantly, coming as a result of having attended DFS, played a role, or hacked, and so many other aspects. Then a little note that I have to mention about the hackathon bounties. Remember, we are supposed to give out bounties for the people who won, for the different projects that won for particularly the Unlock bounty. But now we shall also have to do it the app way, like the Unlock protocol way, because Unlock protocol token way, because remember, by the time we put in the proposal, there was a different valuation for the token, and then the proposal passed, but then we couldn't make adjustments to the amount because of the changes in the pricing. So we also have to have to take it on that way, because by the time we got the money or the funds that we had requested for, the amount wasn't it had fallen in value. Like it wasn't the equal or initial value that we had earlier anticipated. But regardless, all the projects will be rewarded because we are getting to finalize everything with the other different sponsors. Some sponsorships are coming retroactively after the event, so that's what we are banking on majorly to settle them out. But like I say, it always takes time, so we had given them a month to maybe 6 weeks to have everything set out in line, have everything properly documented, and then for all the due winners be rewarded duly. So once again, I really want to appreciate everyone who voted for the proposal. We really stand so much to thank you for. There's so much that we have to thank you for, because you made the difference. You made the difference, and at least you gave us a new experience, like a different experience of how to view things and how to work on things and how to work collaboratively in different communities. Like Daniel said earlier, we really had a big number of people, because we had the total registration of the day, like people who registered upon attendance were totally 412, like 412 in number. Last year we had 387. So in as much as we were constrained with the resources that we had, but at least we reached out to as many people, and we put the message out there. Like we brought the message out there. I really thank Danny, because man, we had problems with the visa process and everything, but then we had to do everything last minute, and then it eventually came through. And we hope to build on what we've started. We've created already a channel of developers who particularly took interest in Unlock, and we are engaging them continuously. So, like he said, baby steps, but in the right direction. Thank you so much.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Yeah, I see Rick's comment on the report that you have uploaded on Discord. Please, also I have tried it, and yeah, we cannot access it. please give us permissions to check on the report so we can give comments and anything on the channel. But thank you also for participating with us, for presenting the collaboration proposal. It was a really great experience for us, and we're really glad that many people got not only engaged but also wanted to participate more actively in this kind of activities, and definitely really happy that on your territory there is also Web3 communities that are thriving, and this is really great. Okay, yeah. So just wanted to share um, in an off-topic conversation that I will be giving a talk around Unlock, about Unlock. This is the Crypto Experience Summit. This is an event here organized in Bolivia that is onboarding enterprises, banks, and all those things. Let me share you the link here. And yeah, this will be held on the 29th and the 31st of July, first in La Paz and then in Santa Cruz. And I will be there as a speaker talking about Unlock and how enterprises could start using Unlock for, I mean, certifications, memberships, and all our good stuff. So yeah, that's something that I'm participating in, and hopefully, if everything goes right, here are the guys from As Blockchain also participating. Um, if everything goes right, we will be having some more news around Bolivia here in at Unlock. So I will tell that when the time comes, but just to keep you with a grain of
You
uncertainty.
just you teasing us. You're just teasing us. But also, Ceci is going to draft up a really cool proposal to collaborate closer with Ethereum Bolivia on some of the bounties, which I think is going to be a great idea. I don't know if you guys remember last year's advent calendar. Emmanuel Elias, who joined us, is a very active member also over at Ethereum Bolivia. And people just love the guy on TikTok. Okay. Like, if he ever doesn't want to be a developer anymore, he just should become a TikToker because his videos rock. Like, they're so good. I don't know how he does it. He's a natural. But yeah, also looking forward to that because I think you said you want to put a thread together soon, right? About this. Yeah. Good.
Yes, that's right. I am going to prepare the thread with the proposal, and hope you can see it. And I hope that you can find it interesting, so the DAO can collaborate with Ethereum Bolivia and maybe test some things before coming live with some other collaborations. But yeah, basically we are. I'm going to propose to test out some bounties with the Ethereum Bolivia community before we start working with the Scout game. But that would be in a short. So, thank you, everyone. I think we have covered all the topics. I have seen some comments from Will T around Cello. Maybe, Will, do you want to share a little bit more about that? Will?
Not necessarily specifically. I mean, we can take it offline in the Discord.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
probably
that
put
just
it in a more
reminds.
appropriate thread, like hunting grants thread or something. Yeah.
Cool, cool.
I was just gonna say, yeah, this talk of cello. I wanted to make a comment on it earlier, but yeah, the cello is really big in Africa, and it's even more so in East Africa. They've got like a lot of things going on, a lot of apps. So I think, yeah, it might be good to really start trying to engage with those communities because they've got like the mobile money thing. That's where it's really popping in East Africa. You know, out in the West, we've got like microfinance banks that do the thing, but in East Africa, Cello is really the thing people are using day to day. Like normal people are sort of using apps built on Cello that they don't even know it's like blockchain apps based off of the mobile money thing. And so, like getting in there and getting some builders to integrate it, unlock into those apps could be really big because a lot of them are actually quite being used a lot. So maybe our
Yeah,
friends over at East
that's
Africa
what
can help
that's
us.
what that's what Kara said as well. When she came to me, she was like, "Yeah, it's a really huge seller community down there," and yeah, so I would rely on her for now because she brought this to us to spread her wings and see how the ambassadoring is going. Because that's the first like tangible thing that we're trying to accomplish. See how it's going and figuring out like the workflows along the way as well. But definitely, if there are more people who have ideas, I want to say reach out to Kara directly to support her in that endeavor. I think that would be a wise channeling of resources and knowledge. I think.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think any of you guys, and by you guys I mean the East Africans on the call here that have Cello links and Cello friends, you can definitely reach out to Kara and talk more about ways we can collaborate.
Yes, surely. Because actually, Cello Africa was also a partner for DevFest. So I feel we can always find a way to just create that link because we are in good terms and books with them. So anything that comes in that line, we would be really glad to bridge the gap.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, that would be it. Thank you, everyone. I think we have covered everything. And yeah, I think these new weeks will come with new. Uh, New things coming up and hopefully new collaborations too with many other actors in the Web3 space. So, thank you, everyone, and see you on the next one.
Thank you, Ceci, for running the meeting today. See you all next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao for
Bye,
now.
everyone.